So if you're thinking about buying a MacBook soon, you need to hit the brakes. The year 2026 is shaping up to be absolutely massive for Apple laptops. We're talking about everything from powerful new M5 Pro chips to a game-changing OLED redesign. But the most shocking news might be a brand new budget MacBook that could cost as little as $599. We're going to break down every single leak, rumor, and confirmed detail about the MacBooks coming in 2026. This is the only guide you will need to decide if you should buy now or wait for the future. Before we dive into the future, we have to look at where we stand right now. To understand where Apple is going, we need to quickly recap what happened in 2025. It was actually a pretty quiet year for the Mac. Early in the year, we saw the release of the new 13-inch and 15-inch MacBook Air models. The big upgrade there was the M4 chip. The design stayed exactly the same as the M2 era, which is not a bad thing because it is a great design. They did give us a nice new sky blue color option, but that was about it for the exterior. These machines were fantastic value, especially around Black Friday, when prices dropped to around $800 for the 13-inch model. Then, fast forward to October 2025. That is when Apple dropped the base model MacBook Pro with the M5 chip. This was a bit of a tease. We didn't get the Pro or Max versions, just the standard M5. Like the Air, the design didn't change at all. However, the chip inside was a beast. The M5 brought serious improvements, especially for AI and large language models. The GPU performance was the real star, clocking in at 45% faster than the previous M4 GPU. That set the stage for what is coming next. It showed us that Apple is ready to push graphics performance to a whole new level. Now, let's get into the good stuff. What is happening in 2026? The year kicks off with a refresh that a lot of people have been waiting for. At the very start of 2026, we expect to see the new M5 MacBook Air. Just like before, this will come in both 13-inch and 15-inch sizes. If you were hoping for a radical new look, you might be a little disappointed. Reports tell us that the design is going to stay the same for another generation or two. We likely won't see a redesign until the M6 arrives years later. But don't let the lack of a new design fool you. The M5 chip inside this Air is going to be a major upgrade. You are going to get that improved GPU performance we saw in the base Pro. You are also going to get much better capabilities for running local AI models. The best part is the price. Apple is expected to keep the pricing exactly the same as the current models. It is going to be a very powerful machine for the money. Shortly after the Air comes out, things get serious for the power users. We are looking at a spring release, likely around March or April of 2026, for the new high-end MacBook Pros. These will be the machines powered by the M5 Pro and M5 Max chips. Again, the external design is predicted to remain identical to the MacBook Pros we have had since 2021. We might have that space black color, but the chassis shape isn't changing. The revolution here is entirely on the inside. The M5 Pro and M5 Max chips are going to be absolute monsters. We are expecting to see an increase in core counts. We will likely get an extra CPU core or two compared to the M4 generation. The same goes for the GPU, with 2 additional cores likely added. When you translate that into real-world speed, the numbers are impressive. For the CPU, you can expect a solid 15% to 20% performance boost. That is a nice generational jump. However, the graphics performance is where jaws will drop. We could be seeing GPU improvements of 60% to 80% over the M4 Pro and Max. That is a massive leap in a single generation. If you do video editing, 3D rendering, or gaming, this is the upgrade you have been waiting for. And the good news continues with pricing. Just like the Air, the price tags for these new Pros are expected to stay the same. You get way more power for the same amount of money. Now, here is the wild card. This is the rumor that has everyone talking. In the first part of 2026, we might see a completely new category of laptop from Apple. People are calling it the MacBook SE, the MacBook Mini, or maybe just the MacBook. This is going to be a dedicated budget model. It is very different from anything else in the lineup because it is rumored to use an A-series chip like the A18 Pro found in iPhones, rather than an M-series chip. The specs on this budget machine reflect its lower cost. It will likely come with 8 GB or 12 GB of RAM and a starting storage of 128 GB or 256 GB. It is not designed to be a powerhouse. It is designed to be affordable. The estimated price is between $599 and $699. That is a price point Apple hasn't touched in a very long time. As for the design of this budget laptop, there are two main theories. One possibility is that it brings back the 12-inch design from 2015. That was a super portable, thin laptop that many people loved. The other possibility is that it reuses the 2018 MacBook Air chassis. This is a classic, reliable design that many of you might still be using today. Either way, getting a brand new MacBook for under $700 would be huge for students and casual users. Finally, we have to talk about the dream machine. There is a rumored MacBook Pro that features a complete redesign and an OLED display. This is the laptop that feels truly futuristic. It is rumored to feature a tandem OLED screen, similar to the incredible display on the new iPad Pros. It would likely ditch the notch in favor of a smaller, hole-punch camera. The chassis could be thinner, using new vapor chamber cooling technology. But when will we actually see it? This is where you need to manage your expectations. While there is a 30% chance it could surprise us in late 2026, it is much more likely, about 70%, that this redesign will be pushed to 2027. It makes more sense for Apple to release the M5 Pro and Max updates in early 2026 and save the big redesign for the next major cycle. If you are waiting for OLED, you might have to be patient for a little while longer. So, here is my honest opinion. If you need a laptop right now, the M4 Air is still an incredible buy. But if you can hold out until 2026, the gains in GPU performance on the Pro models are going to be historic. And if you are on a strict budget, that $599 model could be the deal of the decade. The future of the Mac looks very bright, and 2026 is going to be a pivotal year. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon.